situation here. Those changes are linked to Mr. Putin's own future.
Mr. Putin also proposed welfare incentives to boost the birth rate, saying Russia's fate and historical outlook depended on how many Russians there were. Police have raided homes and offices in Germany and Belgium as part of an investigation into 3 people suspected of spying for China. More from Jenny Hill.
Prosecutors suspect 2 of the people under investigation had actively spied for Chinese state security, and a third was ready to join them. According to the news site Der Spiegel, one man was a German cabinet diplomat until 2017, and joined a well-known lobbying firm, and it's alleged recruited the other 2 suspects. The investigation comes at a time of intense debate over whether to allow the Chinese telecommunication giant Huawei to develop Europe's 5G network. Critics fear its equipment will be used for state-sponsored espionage.
The former US ambassador to Ukraine, who testified in the impeachment inquiry into Donald Trump, has called for an investigation into whether she was spied on before she was removed from the president last May. Text exchanges released by Congress suggest that the ambassador, Marie Yovanovitch, was placed under surveillance by a Republican congressional candidate, Robert Hoppe. The Iranian president, Hassan Rouhani, has criticised the British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, for his suggestion that a so-called Trump deal should replace the international nuclear accord. Mr. Johnson said on Tuesday he recognised US concerns about the 2015 agreement that was intended to curb Iran's nuclear program. He said Mr. Trump should negotiate a new deal. In a televised speech, Mr. Rouhani questioned why any country would agree to follow Iran's president.
I do not know what the Prime Minister in London is thinking. He spoke of replacing the JCPOA with a Trump deal. All Trump has done is break promises and violate laws and international rules. What have you done regarding the climate? What did Trump do for you? What have you done in NATO? How much sabotage has Trump done there? What have you done in UNESCO? Trump left it.
Listening to the latest world news.
With Michigan Radio News, I'm Dick Tribune. The state of Michigan is suing 3M, DuPont, and other companies over PFAS contamination. The state is seeking money to pay for cleaning up dozens of PFAS sites across the state. The companies say the lawsuit is without merit. PFAS are a family of industrial chemicals linked to serious health issues, including cancer. A new lawsuit in California argues people who sign up to sell Amway products should be considered employees of the company. Juno Turner is an attorney with Towards Justice. The group helped file the lawsuit. She says Amway sellers perform a core set of the company's business. They have to follow Amway guidelines, and they're prohibited from working for other direct sales companies.
And all of those things together, argue that employees not under California law and potentially possible cases.
Amway says the case is without merit. It says direct sellers are exempt from California's new independent contractor law. State officials sent a letter to Enbridge this week requesting information on the Line 5 pipeline in the Straits of Mackinac. The request is seen as part of Governor Gretchen Whitmer's promise to get Line 5 out of the Straits as quickly as possible. But at least one environmental group says the governor isn't moving fast enough. Mike Schreiber directs the National Wildlife Federation's Great Lakes Regional Center.
You've got crumbling infrastructure. You have a pipeline that was designed for 50 years that's in year 67. It's been hit by anchors multiple times. We have a ticking time bomb.
The company says the pipeline has been operating safely since it was first built. Enbridge is one of Michigan Radio's corporate sponsors. In the Michigan Radio weather forecast, a bright start for parts of the region today. There is a good chance of rain late in the afternoon, highs in the upper 30s. This is Michigan Radio. It's 9:06.
Hello, I'm Razia Iqbal. Welcome to NewsHour from the BBC World Service. It comes to you live from our studios in central London. We begin today with what could be a significant step towards the end of a war, one which has cost many millions of dollars to both sides. The trade war between the world's 2 biggest and most important economies, the United States and China, is set to mark a truce in commercial hostilities, and perhaps mark the lifting of gloomy global growth as a result. Little of substance is known about what will be signed in Washington today, but Phase 1, as it's being called, commits China to making purchases amounting to $200 billion in US goods, including farm products, and other pledges on currency and intellectual property, in exchange for a small rollback in some tariffs or taxes. We begin our coverage with this report from Samira Hussain on how the trade war has affected US companies.
Relief can't come soon enough for workers at this sawmill in Hopwood, Pennsylvania. When China slapped tariffs on U.S. wood, retaliation against American tariffs on Chinese goods, business at this sawmill alone dropped 40%.
The questions every day is, so what's really going to happen? What's next? Are we going to make it?
As plant manager at this sawmill, Mark Tringies sees the direct impact of the trade war.
We've downsized our sawmill. We've reduced our workforce in probably the neighborhood of 10 to 15 people.
That's a lot of people for a small operation.
That's a lot of people for this community.
What has been the biggest struggle for you?
The biggest struggle is keeping the morale up of the employees. We're here for the long run, but we need to get our exporting back. 66 employees here. This is their lives. This is our lives. We come to work every day to make a great product, and if we can't sell our product, we won't be able to make our product.
Northwest Hardwoods, which operates this mill, is not alone. The entire American timber industry is suffering. Northwest Hardwoods CEO Nathan Jepson.
Over the course of the last 18 months, we've seen exports to China drop by half. We've seen a significant erosion in price as a result of having just too much lumber and not enough demand, and ultimately the industry has seen revenues drop by as much as 30%, resulting in the need to cut back on production, cut shifts, close facilities, and lay off thousands of workers across the industry.
Wow, what a crowd. Look at that. Thank you.
It wasn't meant to be like this. U.S. President Donald Trump's pitch to the working men and women of states like Pennsylvania was that if he imposed tariffs on imports from China, their jobs would be protected.
So I just announced that we'll increase tariffs on China. And we won't back down until China stops cheating our workers and stealing our jobs. And that's what's going to happen. Otherwise, we don't have to do business with them. We don't have to do business. We can make the product right here if we have to, like we used to.
Despite 2 years of tit-for-tat tariffs, the U.S. economy keeps growing. The unemployment rate is at record lows, and financial markets have been hitting all-time highs. But the trade war has damaged many industries, particularly in manufacturing and agriculture, where so many of Mr. Trump's supporters worked. Finally, President Trump and President Xi have agreed to at least a truce, which should be good news for Northwest Hardwoods and thousands of other companies.